The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Abba
the band.
Abba the band.
Mamma
Abba
Mia. Yeah.
They plan a concert with special effects to project a 1979 version of themselves performing on stage. They'd rather fans remember us as we were.
So they'll perform.
Did you want me to say that word? No, I took it out.
No.
Septuagenarians.
The septuagenarians.
Oh, okay, so they're in their 70s.
Oh, okay.
So basically what they're working with a special effects company. They've already recorded this. They got into like the special effects
160
suits,
cameras.
recorded
And 5
their
weeks of
concert.
performance, yeah.
They're going to perform, but you're going to see the 1979 version of themselves on stage while they sit in the audience.
But so those young people are going to move like 70-year-olds.
No. Oh, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
they're in their
yeah.
suits, so they're all like kind of moving like slow and like drinking out of water bottles.
Why is that 20-year-old in a wheelchair?
yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like, they're going to look like the Bears. That is funny.
I do believe that we don't like watching old people because it reminds us of our own mortality.
Yeah.
And young people, much like Noah said when she watched me on my Instagram live yesterday, full of joy gave her joy. When you watch young people, it makes you feel young. When you watch old people, it makes you feel old. So
what about when you went to see the Rolling Stones?
that was very cool because they move like 20-year-olds still. Like maybe Abba doesn't have that kind of workout regimen and Pilates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a difference between just a real old guy drooling and just trying to play
Keith
piano.
Richards. I downloaded or I've saved some footage of him playing guitar as Keith Richards now, because the way he does it, it just looks so smooth. Like there's some guitarists that look like they're working, like they're like, ugh, and there's some that like make the same sound yet their hands are just like it almost looks like they're in slow motion. He's one of those guys that just it doesn't look like work
Because he's been dead for 35 years.
Yeah.
I read his biography. I mean, that dude fucking partied. I mean,
Yeah.
and he has like every disease that he just beats. He fell out of a tree. You just can't kill him.
Oh right, he fell out of.
Maybe
I
if you
remember that.
stabbed him with a wooden spike, he would die.
I hope not. He was so good when I saw him, and
But do you think like it's a fact that like bands, I feel like, or like rap, like you got to be cool. Like the whole idea is like being cool, and then the older you get, I guess the less cool and hip you
can
are.
Be cool and old. I think
I
it's
agree
just like,
too.
I've been saying this on stage. Like I am in the best years of my life because I'm not old yet. But when I get older, less people are going to come see my shows. It's just the fact of the matter. Like, yeah, there's less people alive who know who you are or grew up knowing who you were, and your fans start to die and fall off and not have as much energy to spend money going to shows, and then you have people going to see you that are your fans for forever, but like. And it's not going in my special because I wasn't able to get it to a place where this joke worked, but it's true. Like everyone's like, Nikki, you can age in this business. And it's like, yes, I can, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be as successful when I age. No one is. No one. And everyone says Joan Rivers. They love Joan Rivers. They did not love Joan Rivers. Before Joan Rivers died, people talked, before that documentary came out, and even after the documentary showed how much work she put in and how fucking strong she was and smart and fucking talented. But
she was in debt. She was constantly trying to chase that.
Well,
enough money to pay.
And it's not even about she was chasing money. She just said yes to everything because she was hungry. She was always hungry. She was
that card catalog with all the jokes, that was pretty cool.
She was insane.
Yeah.
Like you got to watch that documentary if you haven't seen it. But before she died, she was a joke. People would go, what'd she do to her face? She's so annoying. Her voice. She'd be on the red carpets. She got fired from E! For the stuff. Like, no one was like, she's a legend. Some people were, but all of a sudden after she dies, she turns into this like saint of comedy and the best there ever was. And even I got into her posthumously because there's so much more attention was put on her, and I was able to look closer and realize how badass she was. But we do not celebrate older women. We pick very few to celebrate, and
I do feel like you have
older men too. This isn't a.
You have a better chance in stand-up to stay relevant while you age than like a pop star. Like there is something to like wisdom and getting older and being like, Larry David is still killing it.
George Carlin was going hard until the
Yeah,
end. Yeah. I want to.
If Louis didn't get in trouble.
I think I'm going to look like George Carlin when I get older. When I age, I think I'm going to literally look like him. Because the other day I was looking at a clip and I was like, I kind of look like I loved it. I love George Carlin so much. I'm now just kind of getting into him, and he just was saying everything. Like, he was just telling the fucking truth and was really fearless and empathetic and such a good person from what I could tell. He wasn't like a douchebag. And yeah, I got to get into him more. If you guys have a good George Carlin clip to send it my way, because I need to know. There's just so much. I know, but that's too much. I need to go through it and
Well, if you type in, I've watched it before. Like on YouTube, they have
best of. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
You could do what Abba does too.
I know.
In 20 years.
But the thing is, I would
still
pick
banging.
now. I feel like right now, I would have to shoot my little hologram right now, because I feel like I'm peaking right now in terms of looks and confidence.
No, but their
style.
hologram, they did it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I got if you ever get a proactive campaign, I was always thinking this. Remember proactive commercials?
Oh, did you use proactive? I used proactive.
Oh, yeah. Everyone did. My mom bought it for me. She sent it to me in a care package in college. All my friends got cookies and warm scarves and just sweet letters from their mom. And my mom just sent me a cold package of fucking proactive. I didn't even ask for it.
I got the same thing.
She was sweet. It was actually very sweet. She just wanted me to stop picking my face, but I could not stop. That was my issue. But proactive commercials, I always made the joke of, whenever I had acne on my chin, which I used to have all the time before I started taking spirulactone, which I really recommend any girls out there that suffer with hormonal acne. Spirulactone is amazing. I tried it for so long, and I was always doing 25 milligrams of it or low dose, and it never worked for me. And now I do 100, and I do not get zits anymore. I never get them, and it's all spirulactone. But there may be side effects for you, so maybe just ask your doctor. But anyway, I used to always say look at my chin tonight, you guys. I'm shooting my before pictures for my proactive commercial, because whenever it was Jessica Simpson or Justin Bieber or Justin,
it was one zit.
They would always zoom on this picture of them with just this terrible cystic acne, one zit on their chin. And you always need the before photos.